name is Steve Waters, and I'm from the University of Wisconsin River Falls, and I'll be talking about Andouille sausage that we judged today. And in front of me I have 3 examples I brought. One of the things that we look at again is external appearances, and with the Andouille sausages we can either have them in link or rope form, and so there's a little variance there. But the key issue that we're looking for at exterior is to make sure that the diameters are correctly, and this year the diameters are 13 millimeters would be the minimum size, and they can go up from there. So that was one of the first things that we did, is we measured the diameters on that. So you want to make sure your sausages are a minimum of 32. After that, we look then again for an external color. The color in Andouille sausage is really wants to be darker. They are a heavier smoked sausage as they come up from down south. So we're looking for a good smoke color, not a pale color. And then again, just the uniformity within the sausage are there. Ends can be clipped. It doesn't really make any difference, but as long as each one looks a lot like the one next to it. Then internally, our sausages are cut in half if they're a link form, and then we slice them diagonally. And what we're really looking for there is the texture. Again, Andouille is a coarse ground sausage, which means that we don't want to see an emulsion at all, and even really a fine cut. And so we really took a look at that, and I have some examples here of the differences that you can see as you look at them later. But that was one of the critical factors as I went through the sausages, was really what the texture looked like. We really did want to see a little bit coarser. And then after that, we were also looking for the fat to lean ratio. Again, with a sausage like this, we want to see more fat, a juicier type of sausage. So that's what we look for internally. There's always those obvious defects like air pockets and things, but the sausage that we saw today were pretty good to that point. Then it gets down to the crucial thing, which is always the flavor and just the aroma that comes off of that. Again, because it's a smoke product, we heat these up. We want to smell a nice smoke aroma off it, and we kind of want to get a little bit more of a flavor off of it too as we're smelling it. So it should have that nice smokiness, kind of a heat that comes off of it. And we'll take that right away once it's out of the microwave. And then as far as the flavor itself, we do like to see a profile. It should be a peppery profile, salt in pepper, black pepper. But then the key ingredient in this would be the red pepper that would follow through towards the end of the product after we eat it. The texture itself should be a little chewy again. This is something that goes with jambalaya rice. It's not on its own, so we want it to complement a dish on the side. This is an example of the rope sausage. It curls around, had nice endings on it. Of course, we cut one. Again, I talked about cutting it a third back, and then we sliced those diagonally so we could see the texture. You can see a really nice texture into this one, some coarse texture, and then really nice definition with the fat and the lean. And then also that red pepper that we talked about as being one of the spices, you'll see that in there. The next one down then would be a link form, same type of deal. Again, a nice smoke color on the outside, a little heavier, but again, particle definition on the inside, fat to lean. But maybe the lean itself is maybe a little bit more of an emulsion type that we look away from. And then the last example here is again a link form, obviously cut thing, but this is one of those comments I was making about particle definition size, and this becomes a little bit too small according to the sheet that we're working off of. So we would knock this one down because of the particle definition size. But again, all externally nice smoke color and a nice product. So that's what we were looking for. Again, the aroma and the texture and the taste were really deciding factors as we went in there. And again, our class really jumped all over. If just to go over the class quickly, is we saw a lot of very pale products, which tells me there wasn't a lot of smoke on it, and then a lot of products that were just too fine cut as far as the texture on it, and we made notes to that. So otherwise, it was overall a good class. There was 32 products.